So this is not the QB here. They're going to do a direct snap out of the Wildcat. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. On second down, Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Seahawk first down. Wilson to his big target, Graham. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. Off the fake to Lacey, here's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They go play action here on first down. Complete outright to Curse. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. Wildcat look. Here's Rawls. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, and result, touchdown.
This is taken at his 4. And before this series gets rolling, you know, a story, very feel-good story. Cowboys' 3rd preseason game. Nice to see Jalen Smith out there, wasn't it?
I almost get emotional talking about this because when Jalen Smith was in college at Notre Dame before that draft season, I had him ranked as the top player in college football. And when I saw him get hurt in the bowl game and then to hear the extent of the injury where people said he may never play football again, for him to battle his way back and be out there in an NFL game and then to see him perform and see like Jalen Smith of old, that's pretty darn impressive. My hat's off to that young man.
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. A second down throw for Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Able to fight through one tackle. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now Wilson on second down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
Here's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
So on fourth down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Prescott now on second down. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Wilson. And he's got the big tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Snap, rolls. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Snap back to Lacey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. And he motions the wide receiver. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to go up top, over the middle. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And out now come the Cowboys. And with great field position here, chance for some points before the break.
That's prime real estate. Just have to decide how they want to try and take their shot to try and put those points on the board.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. The slot man in motion right. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. In motion here is Witten. First down, Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Out of the Wildcat, a wide receiver carry. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And out now come the Seahawks. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They go again with Rawls. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And the wideout in motion. From the gun, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 54 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back near the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know, at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Jason Witten, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now it's Lockett. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed. Right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. On first down, Procise. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They go play action with Wilson. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. One Wilson to another for a Seahawk first down.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Room here to run. 10 more there and another first down. First down, Wilson. He'll set up the screen to Lacey. Finding room to the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it too.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Wilson to throw on second down. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point try now for Walsh. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Everybody scoot up. Heavy. Everybody flying in. Check 88. Watch the out.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing everybody flying in.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
The play clock's running down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. A second down throw for Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Boykin to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The 40, 30, past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Following the penalty, it's Rawls. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. First down, this is Rawls. Bulldozes past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here on 2nd down. Rawls. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Starting to look like this drive it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to run with Rawls. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Second down, Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down. Prescott from the gun. Now a desperation throw. That's caught inside the 20. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And now a first down following that long gain. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. And now it's second down. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. One last shot now for Prescott. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down.